Yo, what's going on guys? Arekkz here. Welcome back to another video for Monster Hunter Rise. And in this one, we're talking about the hunting horn. You know what? Even though I'm a massive fan of Sword and Shield and Charge Blade, they definitely say the best one till last. Hunting horn looks wild. This is hunting horn on steroids. Like, what the hell have they done? This is incredible. I feel like someone at Capcom was like, how do we make people play hunting horn? And they were like, hold my beer. And this is lightning fast. It's stylish. It's over the top. There's a lot to unpack, but I feel like if you've never played hunting horn, this is going to be the game for you. Anyway, if you do enjoy this, a like would be super appreciated, and of course keep it locked because as and when we get more information on Rise, I'll be keeping you guys posted. If you've missed in the weapon videos, you can check them out on the channel, and of course, once we get to the demo in January, I'll have a ton of content for you. But let's start with the armor very quickly. This, of course, is an indirect reveal of Basarios making a return because we haven't seen him for quite some time. It's been a long time, you know, so I wonder whether that means like the other rock monsters. I wonder whether, you know, Basarios means we might see Gravios. Honestly, I don't really mind either way, but it's been a long time since we've seen him, so that in itself is pretty sweet. The intro montage, of course, shows off a couple of the moves and the setup for the Silkbind moves, as well as what seems to be a brand new way to play songs, which we'll get onto when we take a look at the gameplay. So keep in mind, right now, there is a lot to unpack. Like, this is definitely, of all the weapons we've seen so far, some of them it's very easy to infer. You can be like, oh, this is a brand new combo, this is that. This one, I 100% need to play to completely understand what's going on here, because right now, Hunting Horn is fast, Hunting Horn looks incredible, and it seems like it's got a lot of new moves. So if we step through this slowly, you of course launch yourself into the sky with the wire bug, like we've seen with many other weapons, draw it into an overhead slam, of course playing the note in the process. Then your next few attacks, of course, are just full of flips and speed, it's just nuts, but we then have this rather interesting section here, where you seem to just be playing the notes right there. Now, of course, if you're familiar with Hunting Horn in typical behavior, you go around, you perform your attacks based on the notes you want to play, and then once you've done that and you've queued up the notes, you play them, and of course you then follow on with the encore, and you can attack in the playing animation, but it's always been that sort of staggered approach. It's always been attack to build notes, play your notes, encore your notes, and then of course continue. This seems, at least assuming that this visual indicator, the fact that we've got notes there, seems to be like a way to just integrate playing directly into your combos. Honestly, if that is the case, if they've completely changed the way you use the horn, I think it's going to be fantastic because it's just going to allow you to be incredibly aggressive, incredibly mobile, and not have that slightly sort of detached dynamic where you need to build notes, play notes, and then continue playing. If you can seamlessly work everything together, this is going to be nuts. But anyway, if we jump over to the second clip, we see again plenty of flips, plenty of sort of back flips, side flips. Just looks like the Hunting Horn user is breakdancing. But we of course also then see that you have that sort of cool fancy spin attack that we had introduced in Iceborne, where you slam the horn down, spin it around. We don't see any bubbles created in the process, so I'm not sure whether that has come over from Iceborne or whether they've changed that completely. But again, you see in these situations, you do have the sort of note visual indicator around your character. Also note here that you have one at the beginning, the blue one, when you sort of set your horn down to spin it. And as you do spin it, you see a second one in red. So it might well be that instead of the bubbles, they've just done it as like a self buff, that maybe when you do that, it just does it instantly. Again, until I get to go hands-on, I can't say for certain, but we do see that at least being played twice. Or it could also be that that's just a very quick encore. Maybe the first one was playing the notes, the second one was an encore. If that's the case, then that whole fluid motion is just insanity. And then the third one is just style to the max. Again, you see the hunter just flipping the hunting horn around. You actually see him quite literally do a breakdance, like he lands on his head, his legs spin above his head. What is this? Like, this is nuts. This is absolutely incredible. And again, you see in this clip, we see that note thing twice. So you see the sort of visual indicator to begin with, then the breakdance, then it again. So I'm strongly believing this is either just a way to very quickly sort of play off songs you need them, or again, potentially a very quick encore. So yeah, very excited. If you guys got any ideas as to what you're seeing right now, definitely let me know. It's, of all the weapons, it's been quite crazy to try and unpack this one. However, let's jump over to the Silkbind attacks. The very first one is called Slide Beat, which just sounds awesome. This says strings playing a dirge of the soul. Uses a wire bug to propel you forward into a spinning attack. The final performance grants a status boost, and you'll be invulnerable to knockback effects whilst moving forward. So it seems like a lot of weapons have got this. Any of these ones that allow you to sort of dash and pull yourself towards the monster gives you some sort of ability to avoid being flinched, which kind of makes sense, because if you spent half your time trying to pull yourself towards the monster and just got knocked over, it would kind of just make it a bit redundant. So, you know, I do still think that you're probably going to take damage during that, like chip damage, but either way, being able to slide straight into a beat and gain that status buff is going to be pretty awesome. Then moving on from there to the second one, this one is incredibly cool. I'm not gonna lie, at the very beginning of this, when I saw it and I saw him sort of change the stance of the hunting horn, I was like, wait, is he gonna throw his hunting horn? If you actually look at it in slow motion, you can see that he just sort of changed his stance. And what actually happens, if you read the description on the website, is the Earthshaker is a head-pounding beat silk-bound attack that drives an iron silk-bound blade into the target like a stake. Sonic vibrations then explode inside the target, causing big damage. So you can see that following this, there is a white tether between your hunting horn and the blade. And then of course, once you grab the hunting horn and assume you're sort of playing stance, it then goes red. And you see those earth-shattering sound beats, which is just nuts. And you can see that it also does KO damage because the monster gets KO'd here. You can see those KO hits. So, this is going to be an Impact Hunter's dream. So, there you have it. That's pretty much it for the time being. That is a look at the absolutely insane hunting horn. I'll tell you right now, I mean, I always make a point of learning how to use every single weapon. Obviously, I put together tutorials for all of them. I always feel pretty confident in my ability to play any weapon. But I have never mained a hunting horn. I've always been able to use hunting horn, but it has never been a main weapon. But seeing this, seeing how incredibly cool this is, seeing how fast it is, how much crazy stuff you can do with it, I could see myself very easily becoming a hunting horn main. So, yo, I feel like this is going to be the game where people finally pick up this weapon, because this looks so cool. Anyway, that's it for the time being. That is now all 14 weapons showcased, so if you've missed any of them and you want to find out how they've changed, check out my videos so far. Of course, once the demo drops, we'll be taking a much deeper dive, taking a look at all the silk-bound attacks, all the new attacks, the combo parts. I can't wait to see how the weapons have changed, what else new there is, because often in these clips, you know, they show you some stuff, but they're not showing you the whole picture, so I can't wait to see that. Anyway, for the time being, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed these videos, and of course, keep it locked for plenty more Rise coverage.
This is going to hurt! Face my fury!
Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed that video. Don't forget, if you haven't already done so, you can join the Arekkz Gaming Discord. We've got an awesome community over there with so many different channels for you to chat loads of different topics and different games. I'm in there, the team's in there. If you guys want to chat with us, find people to play with, it's just in general a great place to be. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to turn on those notifications so you don't miss any of our future uploads.